Welcome to the Adobe Women's FA Cup quarter-final draw. We are live on the Adobe Women's FA Cup YouTube channel. I'm Flo Lloyd-Hughes and we are in the Wembley dressing room. These teams are just 2 matches away from getting their hands on this trophy. We have 8 teams left in the competition and they'll all be hoping that they can get their hands on this, and they might be here in the final on the 18th of May. Of course, we're live on YouTube, so make sure you put in the comments who you're looking out for in today's draw. And of course, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm so excited to be joined by 2 very special guests today. Joining me are Charlton Athletic midfielder Carla Humphrey and producer, DJ extraordinaire and Dulwich Hamlet forward DJ Monkey, aka Lucy Monkman. Monkey, I want to start with you.
Sure.
Because we've got a South East London club in the hat today, Crystal Palace, in the quarterfinals for the very first time.
Yep.
I know you have sort of played them at Dulwich, but how good is it to see a club that recently came up to the WSL in the last 8 of this competition?
Yeah, it's amazing. Obviously, they just should be proud of where they've got to, but hopefully they can go one step further. Yeah, we've sort of played them. We played them in a training game last season, and they're a few tiers above us, so the foot races were like a humbling experience. But being from South London myself, I'm hoping to see them go as far as possible.
And I know you also know what it's like to be an underdog in a few games.
Yeah.
So Newcastle United, they did hold Palace for a good amount of time, but how tough is it when you know you've got to go and play a WSL side?
Oh yes, really, really tough. And I think Newcastle have done an amazing job in the last couple of seasons, you know, really supporting their women's team, and that's come through in the Cup as well. They put up a hard fight, but yeah, I think anything in the Cup can happen, but we'll see what happens in this draw, shall we?
Yeah, we'll see what happens in this draw. Very exciting. Carla, Liverpool, one of your former sides, is still in the hat as well, and this competition is a massive opportunity for a team like Liverpool. They have struggled a little bit this season in the WSL, but I know Liverpool fans are really, really excited about still being in the quarterfinals. What have you made so far of their Cup run?
Yeah, I think they should be excited. There's nothing stopping them going all the way. I think they did leave it quite late against Rugby Borough, probably later than they would have liked to, but at the end of the day, they're in the hat for the next round, and 2 very good goals. So I think they'll just be pleased that they're in the draw today.
Definitely, and of course a team that everyone was talking about was Rugby Borough. Rugby Borough and Wolves, the 2 lowest ranked sides that were still in the 5th round, 3rd tier teams, unfortunately losing their 5th round games. But let's talk about Rugby Borough, because they were the side that unfortunately lost to Liverpool. 2 really good Liverpool goals in the end. But it is such an amazing story to see how Rugby managed to really challenge Liverpool, tough conditions. For me, it felt so perfectly FA Cup, bit of wind, tough pitch to play on, and a WSL side going to a 3rd tier side and really struggling is kind of what the FA Cup's all about, right, Carla?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they would have been hoping for an FA Cup upset, and they did come quite close, but yeah, they just couldn't hold out. But I think they'll be delighted with how far they've come, and so they should be. Like as you said, a tier 3 side competing against a WSL side, they've done fantastically well, and Wolves as well getting to that round as well. Obviously fallen short from the quarter-final draw, but yeah, they'll be delighted as well with how far they came in the competition.
Yeah, I think lots of fans will be looking out for Wolves and Rugby Borough in next year's competition. Well, Carla and Monkey are not the only guests we have in the dressing room with us today. I'm really excited to be joined by Edgware and Kingsbury FC. Thank you so much for coming down and joining us today, guys. I know you're based not far from here. Jess, tell us a little bit about your football team.
So yeah, we play in Greater London Women's 2nd Division North. We've been a team for about 3 years now. We started off just as a group of friends one of our other friends who plays for the team, Chloe, she runs an organisation called Beyond the Ball. And we just were playing 5-a-side football. We all loved it. And we just thought we'd create this 11-a-side team. And yeah, 3 years later, we have a group of 25 girls ranging from aged 19 to mid to late 30s with a range of abilities, different backgrounds playing football, but all just want to play football in an inclusive and welcoming environment.
Amazing, what a story. And I know you're a big Liverpool fan. Yeah. So who are you hoping, who have you got your eye on for Liverpool to draw?
I mean, I don't want to jinx it because I don't think I can live that down. Obviously, Chelsea would be a good one to avoid. I don't know. I feel like I'll regret saying anything now because I'm pretty sure Carla's going to pull out Chelsea now. So.
And are you hopeful that Liverpool have got what it takes to maybe be here on Sunday the 18th of May?
I don't see why not. That's the magic of the Cup as well. So I think, obviously, it's been a tough season so far, but I think anything can happen. And there's a great squad, a lot of belief in the squad. So, yeah, I'm hoping so.
Well, I love your optimism, Jess. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. So let's have a look, shall we, at those all-important draw numbers, because we have 8 teams left in the competition. Every team has been assigned a ball number. So here we go. Ball number 1, Manchester United. Ball number 2, Chelsea. Ball number 3, Sunderland. Ball number 4, Manchester City. Ball number 5, Crystal Palace. Ball number 6, Aston Villa. Ball number 7, Liverpool. And ball number 8, Arsenal. Okay, the big moment has arrived, guys. Carla, if you would please empty our balls into our bowl.
Yeah.
Make sure they're all in there. And Monkey, if you give them a nice swish around.
We were stressing out, weren't we, that we wouldn't put all of them in there. We'd leave one in there by accident.
That was my fear of one still being left in here.
The first job ticked off, guys, don't worry. Okay, Carla, you're going to be drawing our home teams. Monkey, you're going to be drawing our away teams. Cool. So, Carla, take us away with our first tie of the Adobe Women's FA Cup quarter-finals.
Okay. Ball number 4.
Ball number 4, that is Manchester City, have had some recent success in this competition and will be hoping they can get back to Wembley.
Ball number 6.
They will be at home to Aston Villa. Wow, that is a really interesting draw, because I do think Aston Villa have been having, some interesting games against Manchester City. Not quite, a huge bogey team of the likes of the Big Four, but we know that Aston Villa can score goals against Manchester City. How do you think Gareth Taylor will feel about that first draw, Carla?
Well, yeah, as you said, Villa scored 3 in the last round, so I think it'll be competitive as ever, especially with the new manager coming in, and yeah, I think that'll be an exciting one.
Yeah, I look forward to that. Okay, Carla, now pull out our next draw, please.
Ball number 2.
Ball number 2, that is Chelsea, a team I'm sure lots of other sides will be hoping to avoid in this draw. Monkey, they will be facing.
Ball number 5.
Ball number 5, Crystal Palace. That is a tough draw for Palace.
It is.
I know a lot of people at home were probably holding their breath. Was it going to be Chelsea, Manchester City again for another time in the next few weeks? But we have avoided that, guys. So let's go see what our next tie is. Carla, please.
Ball number 1.
Ball number 1, Manchester United, the holders, a huge win over Wolves in the 5th round. And they are going to be at home to...
Ball number 3.
Ball number 3, Sunderland, the lowest ranked team still left in the competition. Monkey, how do you feel like Sunderland will be feeling about that draw? I think that's they'll be loving the opportunity to go to Leigh Sports Village in front of that crowd and try and do something.
Yeah, I think, it's a tasty fixture for them, but it's the FA Cup, so who knows, maybe a bit of a cup set, but I think it would be a fun trip for them nevertheless.
Yeah, anything can happen. Okay, Absolutely. Our final quarter-final tie, please, Carla.
Oh, I didn't even get my Liverpool ex-teammates a home draw.
Sorry. Carla, what have you done? Arsenal will be playing at home, of course. We've worked it out now. Our final ball left in the hat.
Number 7.
Is number 7, Liverpool. So it'll be Arsenal-Liverpool at home. Let's get your reaction to that one first, Carla, because you were stressing about who Liverpool might be drawing.
Yeah, although it is both my ex-teams now as well.
Yeah,
they're playing each other.
Who do you pick?
I do not know. That's going to be a really tasty fixture. That'll be really exciting. I think that's, in my eyes, the one I'll be watching out for. So, yeah.
How do you think Matt Beard will be feeling about having to go to Meadow Park to play Arsenal in this one?
Not going to be best pleased with you.
You might be getting a few text messages after this. Monkey, I know you're an Arsenal fan, so how do you feel about that draw? Probably not the worst one it could have been for Arsenal.
No, I'm feeling good about that draw. I'm just happy I didn't draw them against, Chelsea or one of the other sides like we did in the rehearsals.
Yes, we did. I mean, no spoilers, but there were some pretty tasty Chelsea-Arsenal potential propositions that we had in some of the rehearsals. Let's have a look at those ties, shall we? Let's have a look at who these teams are going to be playing in the quarterfinals. So we have a Manchester City, Aston Villa, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Manchester United, Sunderland, Arsenal, Liverpool. Of course, let's have a look at what some of our comments that have been coming in from you at home who have been watching this. Plain Spotting Mike live. As a Liverpool fan, I'll take anyone. We have done well to get to the quarterfinal. Even though we won't win it, I'm proud. Plain Spotting Mike, we need some more optimism. Jess, the Liverpool fan, she thought they could get to Wembley. Come on, Mike, we need some of that energy. Sporty McSportface, love that name. Why does everyone want to avoid Chelsea? You'd have to beat them at some point if you want to win it.
That's
very true.
Very true. Yeah,
if you can't beat them now, then, when are you going to beat them? And Karen Dean, City fan, but love underdog victories. I'm with you there, Karen. Hoping this happens, but not against the citizens. Yeah, I'm sure she'll be hoping there's not a big upset there. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry, Carla, that you might have a few angry text messages once we get off air. And of course, thank you everyone at home for joining us for the draw. Make sure you get to your local ground to watch the Adobe Women's FA Cup quarterfinals. But if you can't get to a game, then you can join us on the YouTube channel, because there will be some games streamed live on the YouTube channel. Of course, subscribe. Make sure you follow all the Adobe Women's FA Cup social media channels to keep across all the action. And our draw for the semi-finals will be happening live on Sunday, the 9th of March. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching.